Every morning at exactly 5 a.m., there's a version of your life that almost begins, but doesn't. Because you hit snooze. And what's scary is, it's not just about missing an hour of your day. You might be missing a completely different version of yourself. This isn't one of those wake up early, become a millionaire videos, because waking up at 5 a.m. won't make you rich. But it will do something far more dangerous. It will show you what you're capable of. In 2022, a guy named Ryan, 29, average job, average routine, decided to try something small. No big goals, no life transformation plan, just one rule. Wake up at 5 a.m. for 30 days. Day 1, felt productive, motivated. Day 3, exhausted, regret kicked in. Day 7, he started negotiating with himself. Maybe 6 a.m. is enough. By day 10, he almost quit. Nothing had changed. Same income, same life, same problems. So why continue? Then day 14 happened, and this is where things got strange.
He didn't suddenly become successful. He didn't have a breakthrough idea. He just noticed something quiet. For the first time in years, his mind wasn't crowded. No noise, no urgency, no pressure. Just space. And that space started changing how he thought.
At 5 a.m., your brain is not fully awake in the modern sense. It's softer, slower, more open. You're in what neuroscientists call a theta-alpha state, a window where your brain is highly receptive, creative, and less reactive. Now, think about your normal morning. You wake up, check your phone, scroll notifications, and within 5 minutes, your brain is in defense mode, reacting, comparing, consuming. But at 5 a.m., there's nothing to react to. So for the first time, you start thinking instead of responding. And that single shift changes everything. And that single shift changes everything. A woman in New York, investment analyst, high-pressure job, tried the same habit. She said something that stuck. I didn't become more productive. I became less chaotic. That's the hidden benefit. Not more output, less mental noise. Here's something nobody tells you about waking up early. Time behaves differently at 5 a.m. An hour at 5 a.m. feels like 3 hours at 2 p.m. Why? Because nothing is competing for your attention. No emails, no messages, no expectations, just you and your thoughts. This creates something incredibly rare today: undisturbed focus. And in a world where everyone is distracted, focus becomes a superpower. A small business owner in London started waking up at 5 just to get ahead. But what he actually discovered was uncomfortable. He realized he wasn't broke because he didn't earn enough. He was broke because he never paid attention. Late fees, random expenses, poor decisions. That quiet 5 a.m. hour forced him to face his reality. Within months, his finances changed. Not because of hustle, because of awareness. Here's the real secret. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not about time. It's about identity. When you do something hard, consistently, you start trusting yourself. And most people don't realize how rare that is. We break promises to ourselves every day. I'll start tomorrow. I'll wake up early. I'll be consistent. And when you don't follow through, your self-image weakens. But when you wake up at 5 a.m., even when it's uncomfortable, you prove something silently. I do what I say. And that belief spreads into your money decisions, your work, your discipline, everything. A father in Sydney started waking up at 5 for a different reason. Not success, not productivity, just peace. He had 2 kids, a full-time job, constant noise. So he took back 1 hour every morning. No phone, no stress, just silence. He said, that 1 hour didn't change my income, but it changed how I show up for my family. And sometimes, that matters more. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people fail at this. Not because it's hard, but because they misunderstand it. Waking up early without sleeping early? That's self-destruction. Waking up early just to scroll? That's pointless. Waking up early without direction? That's temporary. 5 a.m. is not magic. It's a mirror. It shows you how intentional you really are. If you want to try this, don't overcomplicate it. Don't chase perfection. Start small. 2 to 3 days a week. Protect the first hour like it matters, because it does. No phone, no noise, just one meaningful action. Learn something. Plan your day. Work on your future. That's it. Tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., nothing special will happen. The world will stay quiet. Most people will stay asleep. But a few will wake up. Not to hustle, not to impress anyone, just to build something quietly. And over time, that quiet decision becomes a completely different life. Try it for 7 days, not to change your life overnight, just to meet the version of you that only exists at 5 a.m.